Hey guys, Sparky from SparkyUOnline.com. How you doing today? Hey, somebody's kind of asking me for an update on what was going on with my service change out, so thought I'd throw a few pictures up here real quick. This particular picture, it's pretty. You guys have seen this one before. This is basically the start of it all. Just another angle of it. What we're going to end up doing is putting this service on over here, and you'll see this in later pictures because I do have it installed. But they had the wall build up over here. We got this refrigeration line, so on and so forth, moved. This is the starter running some of the conduit, which I've done a previous video on. These are feeding the two sub panels inside. This one goes over and feeds another sub panel, and then this one here is a main panel for another suite. It feeds another sub panel. That's what that one is there. So just another view of that. Went ahead and got my unistrut mounted up for mounting the gutter. This particular wall here is so out of whack, I had to use a combination of deep and shallow strut to get this all leveled out through here. Just another view of that. Got my gutter marked out where the end of that's going to be. That way I'm taking some measurements as far as where I'm going to be cutting my holes on top of the gutter. And just another unistrut shot. Okay, now I've got my gutter mounted up there, and I still have to wait for this wall to be built up in order to put the service on it. So just another view of some of the conduits there in the gutter. Same thing here. This particular unit here is getting moved, and in the picture that I've got coming up here, I'll show you that conduit and stuff, what I'm doing with that. So in the next picture will be the start of the service. And here what I did was, came in 3 pieces, so that being 1, 2, and then the main portion of it with the overhead pull feed for the utility company. So I went ahead and installed that stuff. You can see the strut that I had to put behind in order to get this flush with the wall. Well, not flush with the wall, but to get it squared up to the wall. There's about 1.5 inches space between the back side of the SES and the block wall there. And just another view of that. Now frontal view. In this particular photo, I was taking a picture of what they're marking out as the high leg on the Delta system here. So I've got 120, 240 to 2 of the faces, and then one of the faces itself is at 208. Just another view. And FYI, these seem to be pretty popular as far as thievery is concerned. So these have all been taken out, all these fuse blocks, and I've got them stored in a secure place until this is up and running. And just another view of the top there. You can see where I started with shallow strut and had to go to deep strut over here to get this all squared up. And I got it closed up there. This particular day I was working on cutting the holes in the bottom, and in order to feed my wires up, my feeders up through the bottoms of this. And that particular day it was, I don't know, probably I think it was about 115 out, so I put this shade up, and it's very grateful for that, that's for sure. And this is a picture of my radio. Nah, just kidding. This is where I installed the ground rods here, and got those 6 feet apart. That's the other end of it there. Now, in an effort to thwart thieves, what I did was chipped out the asphalt and ran this back up behind the gutter there to hide the UFER. There's another shot of that. It's an overhead view of all the conduits that I've run so far, and basically the finished service there. This is my water bond coming in, and the conduits running around. I explained a lot of those. The last picture I didn't show you was I didn't have the feeder into this this main panel here, which subfeeds off to another panel inside the suite. And just running along this stuff here. Once again, I want to let you guys know, I did this, basically I did this all by myself, as well as it topped out 115 some days. This is some tough stuff these few days here. This particular conduit here is refeeding this equipment down here, and the deal with that is I have to have clearance, because my new disconnect for this big air conditioner is going to go right in here once this is all removed. So that new disconnect will go, that's what that conduit's for there. That disconnect will refeed this, and this is getting relocated into another section of the building, which is basically down into here. And this is basically the last photo. Just wanted to show you another overhead view. You can see it's been pretty busy in there trying to run all this stuff through, and I've deleted a lot of conduits. But anyway, that's the update. We're kind of on hold right now for various reasons, but basically as soon as I get back on the job and start doing some more work, I'll let you guys know. I haven't pulled any of these feeders yet. We're kind of waiting on that, but at least all the conduits are run and ready to go. Hey, thanks for watching. Have a great day.